Aloha, Sylvan Bell coming back from Sacramento, California, July 2nd, 2016, 10:29 in the morning. Perfect day. Perfect day to talk about sales. And we're talking about dealing with difficult buyers, dealing with difficult people. And there's a saying in the world of business that the customer is always right. And I tend to disagree. I would say most of the time you can help somebody out. Sometimes people just are not your buyer. Okay, so when I train for companies and they call me, I'm not the low price guy. I'm nowhere near that. That's not what I do. And so sometimes people will say, I want you to do this and this is what I'm going to pay you. And I get to say, no, not going to happen. Or I go on Yelp and I find out about their company and I look at what type of organization that they run and how they deal with people. And sometimes I decide that, like, you know what? Hey, they're not for me. Right? I'm not going to teach them my strategies so that they can go out and create a bunch of problems. So what you got to know is sometimes the people that you deal with, they're not the right person for you. But here's the thing. I see salespeople that give up so quick. They give up way too quick. It's like if they can hit the eject button to get out of a sales call, their finger is like itching towards it the whole entire time that they're on the call. They're like, can I get eject? Can I eject? Can I eject? And then, you know, something happens and they're like, all right, I'm done. I'm gone. I'm not going to help this person. I am out of here. Okay? That's a mistake, because what happens is in your mind, if every time that you deal with a difficult situation, you hit the eject button, you're never going to get past being able to deal with the concern. And it creates a challenge. It's going to hurt you. Now, there's some times where you have to be confident and stand your, always be confident, not sometimes. Always be confident. There's times where you have to stand your ground and say, hey, look, here's what's going on. Here's what happened. Here's what the facts are. Here's what I can do. And sometimes this is like negotiation, that people start prodding. And the more that you give away, the more problems you're going to have. So in the negotiation world, if I have a product, widget, or gizmo that's $20,000 and the person says, I want a discount, and I give them $5,000 and then I give them $2,000 and I give them $3,000, you hit the greed button. And then greed, and then nothing's ever good enough. So there's a couple ways to deal with this. Sometimes is to start with something small and see if that's what they want to take, if there's something difficult, if there was a concern. Or sometimes start the negotiation small and see what's going to happen. And then you're going to find, people will tell you exactly where they're at. It's either this or nothing. Well, at least you have a starting point. Jim Camp always says start with no. Until you get a no, you really have nothing. Right? A lot of times people are saying that to see how strong of a price you really have. And a lot of times people who are being difficult really want to make sure that they got the good product or the good service and that you're going to take care of them afterwards. So be confident, and that confidence is going to show that you can take care of them and that you're going to be able to work with them, and that nothing really gets you rattled. So the best salespeople that I've had a chance to ride with and work with and train, nothing really ever rattles them. Somebody says something to them and they just kind of like, all right, whatever. Or somebody's aggressive with them and they're like, oh, I'm just here to help you out. I'm just here to be, do everything I can. But they're very confident. Look, I'm here to help you. I'm gonna fix your problem. We're gonna get you going. Be patient. Have empathy. Defend yourself if you have to. I mean, if you're in a physical situation and that person's threatening you, bounce out. Hit the eject button by all means. But if they're just being a little bit aggressive, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Someone's gonna get the business. Why not have it be you? I like difficult clients because once you get a difficult client, they're not going anywhere. Right? They trust you. They're going to believe you. And every once in a while they call. They're going, hey, I got to put you in check. Right? Hey, right? You stay where you're at. Just keep sending me the checks. I'll take care of you. I'll deal with it. But there's a lot of salespeople out there who want nothing to do with it, and I'll take their lunch money. So you can adopt the same belief. You could take their lunch money too. All right? Now, if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story. That'd be fantastic. To the right or to left, there's a subscribe button. You know what you got to do. You got to subscribe. And then you can send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Why not even LinkedIn? Sylvan Bell. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.